Welcome back. This is episode 14 of the Big Bang, and we are still trying to land the main mission module for Moonbase Alpha. I have skipped not only the launch and transfer for this mission, but a lot of testing and redesigning. If you saw the last episode, you'll know that what happened right at the end, after I jettisoned this rocket and fuel tanks and went to rely on the rockets that were attached to the module itself, although initially I could throttle up to 100%, very quickly I could only go to 50%, which wasn't enough power to keep me crashing. I realized that I had prevent overheats turned on with H.O.M.E, and I turned that off, but I quickly found that all that does is burn off the legs of the home module, because I had those engines sitting right here, and when the legs deploy, they deploy right here. The prevent overheats was cutting the engine back because it was sensing the overheat of the leg and cutting the engines back. So one of the first design changes I made was to use the radial engines and put them on either side of the legs and get rid of the engine I was using was the radial engine that comes with the home parts pack. So that was problem one. Problem two was once you try to fly just this module, it was veering severely off to one side and was uncontrollable. I went back to the VAB, checked the center of thrust. Center of thrust was perfect. The parts on here are symmetrical. I know some people have complained that if they put the fuel generator module in these ports, that the ship will veer off to that side, but I don't have that. They're all identical habitat modules, so I wasn't really sure what was happening there. I found that if I tried to fire those engines when the legs were closed, it would do the veering off. If I deployed the legs, and this was on the launch pad at Kerbal, nothing would happen until the engines had burned off the legs, and then I could fly normally. Well, obviously that's not a good plan for actually making a successful landing. So again, I replaced it with these engines, and suddenly everything was flying normally. So I'm going to call it some sort of bug with the home radial engines and leave it at that for now, until proven otherwise, which we are about to attempt. So I'm back in orbit around the moon. I've got my descent burn planned, and I'm just going to time warp to get to it. And I'm a little crazy on that one from hurrying. So I'm just gonna pop a little further out. There we go. Another good thing about this landing is it looks like we'll actually be on the light side of the moon this time. And before I go crazy here again, time warping to that location, I'm going to go ahead and Prep everything. Get rid of that stage. Prep the rocket to bring us down further. Turn on my trusty front indicator. Keep an eye on electrical charge. We've got radar altimeter going. All these lessons that we've learned in the previous missions. Just do a little time warping here to get us closer. Cut that back and make sure we get retrograde before I start. Speed up. And this time I'm going to go ahead and start burning here. Alright. So, once again, we are set up for descent. There's our drop location. Go ahead and start killing velocity. And also see if I can kill some of the horizontal speed. Alright. Well, wait till I'm actually falling again. At least this time I can see the terrain. Should start to come back down soon. So I'm going to take a risk here. And try to start moving over to the landing area. I would like to keep my vertical speed down, but I'm sure doing a good job of that. I'm just keeping it way too far down. Meanwhile, trying to adjust my eventual landing position. Alright, so falling again. See if I can't do a better job of cutting that speed without climbing. Definitely the best I've done so far. I feel like it's the best chance I have so far. Do shoot over this way a little bit. And then see if I can kill that velocity. Before I get too much lower. Alright. At this point, we are going to get set up for landing. kill velocity. Climbing again. It's okay. Could be worse. Could be descending so rapidly that I can't control it. So between the two, I'll take this any day. Grab some shots while I wait to start descending again. See if I can't sneak myself over this way. At this point, I'm just going to worry about getting a safe landing. Coming in at a little higher speed than I want. Got to be able to make this for sure. Not to say that something crazy can't happen. Meters. In relation to everything else, there's the main mission. What I'm hoping to do is to just a little hop over there once I've landed. Coming in a little hot here. 900 meters. And climbing. Coming up on 700 meters. Trying to just keep my speed under 10 meters per second. $500. Good distance off. we need to be. We'll work that out. So I'm going to stop coming down there for a second. Yeah. Paying attention to my scenery around here and not to where I need to be. Let's just get this puppy on the ground. Coming up on 200 meters. There we go, 100 meters. Try to kill some of that lateral velocity at the last sync there, and here we go. Oh my gosh. I'm astounded. I never thought this day would come. Actually landed this module. Well, I am going to call that quits for this episode, and maybe in the next one I'll have a short episode where I hop over to the main site and deploy all the parts. So, thanks for joining me. See you next time.